God's grace is promiscuous. Why don't you go after someone that doesn't deserve it? Someone that's made mistakes, someone that's hurting. You can be the one that helps put them back on their feet. Nobody's too far gone. Nobody's made too many mistakes. All some people need is one person to believe in them. One person to say, hey, I'm praying for you. One person to breathe new life back into their spirit.
There will be times that try your heart so severely that everything in you wants to quit. Everything in you wants to collapse. Everything in you wants to go down. Everything in you wants to go crazy. There are times that you're going through adversity and that you feel alone. You're in the midst of a storm, and it is what you do when you are alone that determines how much you really learn. It's what you do when nobody's looking. It's how you react to the issues of life. The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy. Anybody can be strong in comfort. Anybody can be powerful when you're not challenged. But when life gets through punching you in the gut and the eye and the head, and you get through losing people and burying people and going through sickness and trauma, injustice of all types, it will humble you. Whatever you do, don't lose your head. Pull your feelings out of it. Pull your insecurities out of it, your vulnerabilities, and stand on what you know. Yes, the road's been bumpy. Yes, the road's been tough. Yes, the road's been difficult. Yes, you've shed some tears. And yes, you've endured some pain. But it is the bumpy road to better. You can't get to better without bumpy. You can't get to better without pain. You can't get to better without tears. There is no pill you can take. There is no simple solution. It is the bumpiness of the road that leads you to better.
Whatever you're going through right now, it's happening on purpose in order to forge you into the person that you were created to be, ultimately. But if you quit, you will never get to be the person that you were created to be.
Mighty men of valor, they accept the challenge of life. They accept responsibility. They don't blame everybody for everything. They stand up and say, I was wrong about it, but this is what I'm going to do to fix it. Doesn't mean that you always get it right. It means you don't run home to mama when you get it wrong. You stay there and work it out and put it back together again because you're a mighty man of valor.
See, if it was easy, if you had to be smart to do it, all the pretty people, all the brains would make all the money, have all the responsibility. Thank goodness it's tough. Thank goodness you got to get down there and slap it up. It's your ability to compete, to pick yourself up off the bat one more time, to go for it one more time, that's going to determine success or failure. Nobody can motivate you long range. The only real motivation that lasts comes from inside.
Cover your head, cover your thoughts, cover the words that are coming into your mind, cover what you're saying to yourself. What you are saying to yourself determines whether you win or lose. What you say to yourself has all the world to do with how far you can go. The rain falls on the just and the unjust. Everybody in here goes through hell and high water, and sometimes life ain't fair. This is no time to lose your head. This is no time to quit. This is no time to faint. This is no time to collapse. This is no time to give in. Lay your hands on your head and say, give me a new mind. Give me a new mind means give me a new perspective. Give me a new perspective. Give me a new way of looking at my situation. Give me a new way of looking at my circumstances. Dump out all jealousy, all pettiness, all unforgiveness, all strife, all malice, all confusion, all blaming other people for your mistake. Get rid of every poison that's hindering you. I'm going to press my way. When it gets tough, I'm going to press my way. When I get tired, I'm going to press my way. When it's not convenient, I'm going to press my way. When my heart is broken, I'm going to press my way. When I'm rejected, I'm going to press my way. When I'm broke, I'm going to press my way. When I'm disturbed, I'm going to press my way. That means that you've been kicked, you've been shoved, and you've been shot, but you're still standing on your post, ready to fight the good fight. That means that you can take a licking and keep on ticking. That means you've been through hell and back, but you're still misunderstanding. Your eye may be black and your teeth may be busted and your lip may be swollen, but you look the devil in his eye and you say, baby, I'm still here.
One of the things that we know about life is that it is always changing. Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down. Sometimes things go real well, and sometimes they don't. Sometimes you're happy, and sometimes you're sad. Now that's that thing called life. And when we begin to understand and know that, accepting that reality that we will never ever have things just on an even keel all the time, that you're going to have some ups and you're going to have some downs. But during those down moments, that's where the growth takes place. That's where the work is. Anybody can feel good when they have their health, their bills are paid, they have happy relationships, the children are acting normal. Anybody could be positive then. Anybody can have a larger vision then. Anybody can have faith under those kinds of circumstances. See, but the real challenge of growth, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, comes when you get knocked down.
Life is hard. See, for every time you have a plan, a dream, an aspiration, or a goal, do you know what happens every time you have one of those? This thing comes along called life. It happens to everybody. Life has disappointments. It's got peaks and valleys. You're going to lose somebody you care about one day. That's a valley. Somebody going to close the plant you thought was going to stay open so you could retire. That's a valley. Somebody going to fire you for an unjust cause. That's a valley. The people that got your credit card going to sell their company, going to sell their business to another credit card company. Your 18% go up to 26%. You don't even know why now your minimum didn't change. Because it's life. You can stop thinking that life fitting be easy, because I got news for you, it ain't. That's a false hope to think you're going to have a wonderfully carefree life. That's unthinkable.
When people can walk away from you, let them walk. When people can walk away from you, let them walk. I don't want you to try to talk another person into staying with you, loving you, calling you, caring about you, coming to see you, staying attached to you. I mean, hang up the phone. When people can walk away from you, let them walk. And sometimes it's not good to stay someplace when it's time to go. Sometimes it's not good to allow yourself to get stuck in a rut when it's time to go to the next level. Sometimes it's not good to hold on to where God was when it's time to go to where God is. Because I have been Moses more times than I can remember. And I have helped people and gave to people who sued me, who lied on me, who tried to kill me, who betrayed me, who broke my heart and let me down. I have been betrayed so many times that when you don't betray me, I'm shocked. I'm scared to believe that you might be real. Is there anybody in here that understands what I'm talking about? I have been through so much, man. And I swear I'd drop this mic right now if the sermon was over. If that's the end of it, I would quit. I would say amen and walk right out them double doors. But I ask myself, where's God in the middle of all of this craziness? With all hell breaking loose, where is God? I see Moses, I see the Egyptians, I see these crazy people. Where is God? How come you let right go wrong, Jesus? Is there any justifiable reason for my heart being broken? Is there any purpose in my pain? Can you contextualize my crisis? Can you make sense out of my sadness? Or did I just go through all of that for nothing? Why did you let me discover a purpose that gave me so much pain? Why did you let me love somebody that wasn't crazy? Or help somebody that would pay me back? or invested all these children that wish they had a parent? Why didn't you put me in an environment where I would be appreciated? Why didn't you give me a nice, neat life that made sense? Why is my life so complicated? And then the other thing I want to ask you, Lord, is there anybody else like me in the world? Is it just me going through this hell, or just let me know that I can have some companionship in the craziness? If you don't make it better, send somebody else crazy so we can have some company. Touch your neighbor and say, something's about to happen in your life. You've been stuck in a rut too long. Things are about to shift in your life.
Now, what do you do during the hard times, Les? Here's what you must do. One is, you must have faith. Paul said you must have the faith to call forth those things that be not as though they were. Judge not according to appearances. Don't judge your circumstances and the possibilities for your future based upon what you have now and because of what's going on now. No. That's not the real reality there. What you're going through, if you're going through some hard times, it has not come to stay, it has come to pass. Now, second thing is, repeat this after me. Something you should affirm to yourself every day. Repeat this, please. No matter how bad it is or how bad it gets, I'm going to make it. Say that to yourself every day. So you got to have faith. You talk to yourself. You say that affirmation. The next step is you must have patience and engage in consistent action. Patience and engage in consistent action. See, everything does not always happen, ladies and gentlemen, when we want it to happen. It doesn't happen quickly. So in that process, they have something in the Far East called the Chinese bamboo tree. The Chinese bamboo tree, every day it has to be watered and fertilized. It's a very hard nut, and it takes 5 years of watering and fertilization every day, according to American Geographics, before it breaks through the ground. Time, if the watering process and the nurturing and the fertilization process is stopped, The Chinese bamboo tree will die in the ground. Now, once it breaks through in that 5th year, then in 6 weeks it grows 90 feet tall. Now the question is, does it go 90 feet in 5 years or 6 weeks? The answer is obvious. It takes 5 years. That's how long it took to grow it, to build that foundation, to nurture it, to water it, to build the reputation, to build the credibility, to learn the market, to learn people, to learn yourself, to learn the system, to learn how to do it, to figure it out. That's why you must have patience and engage in consistent action. We live in a world, ladies and gentlemen, where people want instant gratification. They want it right now. They want to be a Dexter Yeager, but they're not willing to pay the price, do what it takes to get up there where Dick Harvey, where Bryant or Judy is. They think it was easy. No. It's simple, but it's not easy. It's a system that if you work the system, it works if you work it. But make no mistake about it, it's hard. You are the determining factor. There's something else. It's possible you can live your dream. It's necessary that you have goals, that you write them down, that you surround yourself with a support team, that you are creating. It's you that you must take personal responsibility to make it happen. George Bernard Shaw said, the people that make it in this world look around for the circumstances that they want, and if they can't find them, they create them. It's hard. No, easy is not an option. However, ladies and gentlemen, what you will discover is that it's worth it. It's worth it. I suggest to you, if you want to become diamond, write down 5 reasons of why it is worth it for you to become a diamond, to experience that level of achievement. What is it that will give you the drive? What is it that will ignite the courage in you to get up and come back again and again and again? How is it that you would be able, what reasons that can tap in to that deep down feeling that goes to your gut, that no matter how many times you get knocked down, that you're coming back? And during those moments when it's hard, not only must you have patience and engage in consistent action, but you must turn to a power greater than yourself and just say, Lord, whatever I face today together, you and I can handle it. And I know some way and somehow you'll make a way for me.